leather gloves were slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts were working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick, was chasing the beer that circled the lips. Play ball, play ball. Load up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Laughter Saves Lives.
Live.
Here at Strong Island Television Paradise Studios in beautiful
Massapequa,
New York. Right by the train station, the Long Island Railroad.
Long Island, yeah.
Pizzeria or Chinese
Strong
place.
Island. We're on Strong Island Radio.
Strong Island TV.
Strong Island. Come on, man.
Paradise Studios, Strong Island TV. Is that what I said?
Oh, we're in Strong Island.
Yeah, we're in Strong Island. It's a pleasure to have Pat Marone back on. Patty has been with me from the beginning. Every time he gets a chance, he comes in to co-host. Usually he says, I'm busy. I go, what are you doing? He goes, I'll find something.
And that's the truth.
And that's why I love him. That's why I love him. That's a friend who can bust your balls and, so we're good. So,
who's tonight's show brought to you by?
Oh, the show is brought to you by Barish and McGarry, lawyers.
Brought to you.
Both lawyers for the 9/11 community. Barish and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community. You know how you bust my balls every time I make a mistake?
Yeah.
Now Butch pops on. Like if I do, Butch pops right on.
That's good. We like seeing Butch pop on. But the whole thing is they're a big company. Well, big
Barish and McGarry.
I see them on the real TV.
Yeah, the real.
Yeah.
What do you mean the real TV? This is real TV. Did you hear that, Bobby? This is Strong Island Television. Bobby runs the studio. It's real
Bobby
TV.
Does a great
This
job
is as real as it gets.
Bobby does a great job running the studio. It's just when you're here, that's the problem.
Well, we're a mess. That's what we like. Organized confusion. That's what they say about a fireman. You look at a fireman at a fire, it's organized confusion.
Yeah.
You like movies?
Yeah.
My dad stays at my house often, and he likes to watch movies.
Okay.
All right, a lot of old movies, whatever. But here's what he says to me, which makes me crazy.
Well, you are crazy.
He says he watches the movies and tries to find the mistakes.
Wow. So he's very into the art of the movie making.
No, he's just nuts. You don't watch a movie and go, oh, you know what? Did you see that guy? It was a full cup of coffee. Now it's only a half a cup of coffee.
The apple don't fall too far from the tree.
You know what he said to me the other day? The guy was wearing a green shirt. When they came back, he was wearing a black shirt. I go, yeah, it was another scene from the next day.
That's funny you say that.
That was like a little punchline you stepped on there.
I didn't know that.
It's a new bit I'm working on.
You didn't tell me you were doing a bit.
I gotta tell you a bit.
You asked me about
when you're throwing out a bit, you throw it out.
I didn't. Nothing that comes out of your mouth is really funny, so I didn't know you were throwing out a bit.
That's why you continued. But it was pretty good.
Go ahead. Finish your bit.
All right, so that's all I got right now for the bid.
No, I'm saying it's funny when you're doing a movie like we were doing the things with your son, those little skits and stuff. Or we did a thing, a little short with Steve Lee, with Don Gabbage. And you look for the little things and you say, people won't notice it. No, you got John Larocchia.
My
Sr.
dad
he notices it.
sits there and takes notes.
Yes.
Makes me crazy. Yeah. Between that and the Electric Strike Zone.
Yes, he's dying
I can't watch a Met game anymore with him because as soon as there's a bad call, he knows I don't want him to. I go, don't say it.
And I say it on purpose when I'm around.
I know you do. As soon as he walks in, the Electric Strike Zone, Mr. Larocchia, Giovanni. Oh, the Electric Strike Zone. Right. So I watch a game with him, and he'll go like, bad call, and he'll look at me like this first, right? I go, don't say it. He goes, I'm not going to say it. Then another bad call, he'll look at me, he'll go, I'm not going to say it. You just said it by not saying it.
But you know what? You got to be so thankful. You got to be so thankful. You got to be so thankful you have your father around.
It's a bit. I'm working on a bit here, and you got to suck the life out of the bit.
But nothing's funny that's coming out of your mouth.
I know, but you should be so lucky. I know I'm lucky.
Yeah, but you're making fun of the poor guy.
I'm allowed to make fun of him. He makes fun of me.
I'm a big fan of Giovanni.
He's a big fan of yours, by the way.
He likes that.
He loves you.
He likes when I told about the spaghetti sauce.
Every time he sees you. All right, tell me what I should have did today. I got a little upset. I was with my grandson. I shouldn't have been upset. Maybe there's a shopping center by my house where Moe's. We go get Moe's. My grandson likes a quesadilla. Quesadilla. Right? So he wants a quesadilla.
Is that another punchline?
No, that's not a punchline. That's a little fun thing. Quesadilla. All right. We pull in there.
That could have been a punchline.
There's a lightly painted handicap spot. The only one
handicap
for handicap people. For handicap people. That's handicaps. That's what it is. If you're a handicap, you can park in that spot.
You said handicap.
Or gop. Whatever you want. So for a handicap spot, all right, this guy pulls in with a big truck. And he knows all the trucks my grandson has. He goes, hey, Grandpaps, look at that truck. That's a Dodge Ram. It's a Dodge Ram, right? I go, that's a pretty good goose. He gets out and I said to the guy, hey, bro, you know that's a handicap spot, right? Because that's one thing that makes me crazy. You know, you're not handicapped. A handicapped person pulls up. Now, what are they going to park around the block to go to Moe's? It's just a little one of those little things that bug me, right?
Listen, I'm all with you. I'm not arguing.
Now, here's what he says to me.
What?
All right? Now, he's a big guy, right? He looks at me and he goes, oh, you could hardly see the blue line. And he walks in the store. Basically, he's saying to me, yes, it's a handicap spot. I can see the line. Screw you.
I'm with you on that. I don't like when people do that. Hey, listen, I can park in the handicap spot, not because I'm handicapped, but when I take my mother out and my stepfather, they got a handicap thing on their car, right? And they make me put it on there. I'm embarrassed to park in the handicap spot when I can.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I said, I'll drop you by the door and then I'll park in another spot.
I went to every store in that shopping center and said, get the landlord to paint that spot out there. Could you ask the landlord, please?
You should have just said, why don't you get that guy to get some glasses?
Well, because it was lightly painted. I understood what he was saying, but once I pointed it out, he was too lazy to get back in the truck and move.
Yeah.
All right. That's just a little. I had to get that out. I had to get it out. It was bugging me all day.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of weird people in the world. You know, I got a neighbor, right?
Me too.
And he was asking, when are you going to fix the fence? When are you going to put a new
fence?
Yeah. When are we going to put a fence up? Now, there's got a couple of slots on. When are you going to put a fence up?
When are you going to put it up?
And I said, I don't know, soon. He says, yeah, because I like to walk around my backyard naked.
Is that what he said?
And I'm like, really? You got to see the guy. He looks like 10 pounds of shit in a 1 pound bag. And you're going to walk around naked? I mean, really?
Yeah, well, it's entertaining.
I don't even like to get naked.
You know what? That would get you to put the fence up, right?
If I went around naked.
No, I'm saying you have a party in your back. You have people over in your backyard.
But why would you make a remark like that? Maybe kids in the neighborhood.
Maybe he was trying to get you to put up the fence.
Well, go scratch his ass.
I got a pool. I do some naked.
He wants to walk around naked so far. He should put a 10-foot fence up.
I do. Do you do any nude sunbathing?
No.
I do a little of that in the backyard.
How come nude people that do the nude things? I had a guy that worked with me years ago.
Do you find that
and he was a cook?
Yeah.
And he used to go to the nude beach.
Right.
But he was fat. You know, like me. You know, I mean, worse than me.
Yeah.
He had like a jelly, but worse than me. He's a jelly. But why are these people that go to the nudes? They're all out of shape.
Well, nobody will bother them. Nobody's going to go to look.
But wouldn't you feel repulsed? Like, you know, you wouldn't want to go out like that. But they seem like they're free. They don't care. They're naked.
You know what? I think once you do it a few times, I've really never gone.
I know you did it in Florida when we were out there once, and I was a little embarrassed.
What goes on in Florida stays. Yeah, everything that happened in Florida, you have divulged. Yeah. Divulged to everybody.
Your CPAP machine.
My CPAP.
Yeah.
Did you see I left my CPAP in Chicago last week?
Did you really?
Yeah. Somebody got it. They held it hostage.
Oh, did they get it back? Did they get it back?
I showed the pictures last week.
I didn't see it.
They brought it to the theater. They brought it to the firehouse. They were going to run it over with the truck. Cost me a few bucks. I got it back.
Well, you know, I don't know.
We did the NYPD canine show the other night.
Oh, nice.
It was Mary Kennedy and Eddie Clark remote, and Rich Walker and I were in the studio here.
Uh-huh.
You know, there we had a lot of fun raising money for. This is going to be cool. This is going to be cool. We are getting a bulletproof vest for a NYPD canine, and we're going to have the Laughter Saves Lives logo on it. Laughter Saves Lives in memory of Hazmat One Squad 288 9/11. We're going to dedicate it at the firehouse.
Now, but the
Hopefully they'll let me.
the bulletproof vest is for the dog.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. And you think about it. Those dogs are there to protect the police officers. So we need to protect them. Just like when I teach.
Do they actually wear that bulletproof vest?
I hope if we buy it, they will.
No, but before you came up, I did you didn't invent that. I mean,
no. They've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
They've been doing it for a while. What was I going to say? Oh, when I teach my classes with, drugs and because I have my meter that detects drugs, one of the things we teach them is, hey, whose nose is closest to the ground? You got a leaking some fentanyl on the ground. Whose nose is closest to the ground? It's your dog. It's your drug sniffing dog, right?
Right.
Did I say that right? Drug sniffing?
I don't know.
Drug sniffing dog. I said it.
Yeah, drug sniffing.
So you got to watch out for your doggies.
Yes.
Bobby, you want to throw up some flyers? What do you think? What do you got for us here? Let's see. The gala. Let's throw that one up. So this is next Saturday. We wanted to do something.
This Saturday and next Saturday?
This Saturday. I always say next Saturday because it's the next Saturday coming, but people correct me. We're doing this online. I'm going to start pushing it this week. Make a donation. We're doing some good work. We did some good work the last year plus without being able to put a lot of money back in the till. So we're looking for donations. We're not going to charge you for the show. Watch the show. Comics are calling in from all over the country. We have a few singers, some guests. So tune in, make a donation if you can.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
I know this is the gala and stuff, but everything's starting to open up. Did you think about, are you going to put together a regular gala at the end
That's
of the year?
a good question, Pat. Thank you for asking that.
Because you're doing a lot of shows, I noticed, that are Zoom and stuff when that's out now.
We're moving away from the online Zoom shows, but think about this. There are organizations like we're going to be doing a show, I hope, for the FDNY retirees for the El Sasa Fund, which is the non-line of duty widows and children's. FDNY retirees are all over the country.
Right.
So we can't do a show locally. So we're going to do a Zoom show there, so to speak, or a StreamYard show. But yes, we're starting to book. As
So,
your honor.
John, why don't you mention Green Lawn? Because that's our first in-person show, isn't it?
Well, it is not. We're doing Freeport Yacht Club coming up next
Freeport
month.
Yacht Club.
That's on a show in August. We're doing the show in Jersey for King. What is it? Is it Kevin King?
Kevin
right?
Kevin King, who's watching tonight. Hi, Kevin.
No, but now, Butch, thanks for interrupting. But
Sure.
But what I was saying,
this is Butch's new job.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, well, I love Butch. He can interrupt anytime. But what I'm trying to say now, I know you want to do the big thing for the Zoom, but wouldn't it be nice to do a Zoom show with an audience in front of you? You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, and Bobby and I are going to be doing something like that, I think.
Much better to have an audience.
Absolutely. We're going to be doing some shows here with an audience in here, and we're going to be doing...
Yeah, like Dan Romano did one in here.
Yes.
And you had people, at least you had somebody to laugh at.
We're going to be doing that. I was a little slower, as you know, Pat, with the mask and everything. I'm just easing into it.
Right, but I understand. But the concept, what I'm trying to say, at least even if you did one in a big theater and you wanted to do it all over, you got the people coming in live.
Yes.
And then you got the people watching it in other countries, like, streamed. It's nice.
He wants to do things slowly, like he loses weight slowly, things like that.
Yes.
John's a little slow.
We're probably going to do a big show in November for Laughter Saves Lives. All right. Any other flies you want to throw up there, Bob? We should have a few more. What is this one? This is the leukemia, lymphoma and leukemia rights society. We're doing that. That's going to be a Zoom show Friday, May 28th.
Right.
There's a young man, Brendan, I think his name is, whose dad passed away from leukemia or leukemia. And he is doing the show to raise some money for them, and we're going to help him out.
All right. Sounds good.
I think Les Deegan brought in this. Yes, he did. Les Deegan brought in this gentleman.
Les Deegan? It's Deegan.
No. This is Les's friend, Les Deegan. It's a neighbor of his. I talk faster than I think. Rich Walker's on that show. Who else is on that show, Pat?
Rich Chalker?
No, I said Walker. Who else is on that show, Pat?
A handsome guy.
You. What else we got, Bobby? Anything else? I sent you some stuff today. You didn't get that?
No, I didn't get anything today.
All right, no problem. Let's go. We'll go to commercial, then we'll bring in our first guest, Bob.
All right.
We'll be back. Laughter saves lives.
Okay, hold on.
Hi, I'm Michael Barish, managing partner of Barish, McGarry, Salzman, and Penson. We are honored to represent over 11,000 people in the 9/11 community. The people who work at my law firm can really relate to what the 9/11 community is going through because they're going through it too.
So my dad's name was Billy Gormley, and he was a fireman on 9/11.
My father also was a firefighter, and he did report down there as well on 9/11.
My dad, Alan, worked on the 104th floor of the second tower. He was an IT technician.
My father was a fire inspector.
My husband, his name is David Velez. He was a detective with the NYPD, and if I can help anybody that is going through exactly what I have gone through for the last 17, 18 years and make their life just a little bit better, then you know what? I love coming to work every single day.
You know, this is a genuine office. Like, people are really sincere.
The best part of my job is the clients. Every once in a while, you'll hear in their voice how grateful they are for the work that we do.
We take this personally, and we will not rest unless we help everybody we can before this Victim Compensation Fund ends in 2 years. And we will be fighting to get this thing extended past 2020 because cancer isn't going to stop afflicting the 9/11 community.
Tonight. Hey, we're back.
Hey.
We are back. So we don't have a guest in the waiting room. Who is that supposed to be? That's supposed to be my cousin.
We have a couple of patients in the waiting room, but no guest.
Bobby, can you throw up that flyer? Who's supposed
It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be your cousin. Hopefully,
Well,
she
she's
is
alive.
logging off. She was in the waiting room. She was in the Facebook room. So hopefully, she's logging off Facebook and coming in now.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So Saturday, August 10th, a special day for me. This means a lot to me.
It's Tuesday, August 10th.
Tuesday, August 10th?
Yeah.
The Johnny Mack Foundation is honoring me. Okay. They're honoring me, Laughter Saves Lives, for the work we do, which any FDNY organization, related organization that does anything like this means the world to me because we started this little foundation, and to be recognized by the Johnny Mack Foundation means a lot. Jennifer called me a few weeks ago, told me about this. We will be, and it's all thanks to people like Diane Sadowski, Amy Solomon, Butch Seltzer, and guys like Pat Marone who've helped me along the way, Frank Fiella, my family, that I'm being recognized here. This isn't all me, but I get the free meal. So we are going to be there. I asked Pat if he wants to golf that day. I just asked Jennifer I could bring Pat because I'm not a golfer, but I'm going to golf. I'm very athletic, so I can golf. Looking at me, you'd say, you're probably a golfer, John, because you look very athletic. Were you going to say that?
No.
All right, then let's bring in our first guest. It's my cuz.
Hi.
Donna Griffin. This is in the making for a month, right?
Yes. Yes. Thank goodness for your producer. He helped me this morning to get on. So, yeah. So I'm happy
Which
to
is
be
a
here.
very, very smart man.
Yes.
Great. He can help everybody else. He just can't help himself.
Right.
Okay.
Butch recently had, I don't know if I'm allowed. Butch, can I just give you a thumbs up? Can I say
Sure.
I will.
Butch had 2 or 3 stents put in last week. And I still said to him, hey, let's go. You got to organize the show the next day. He was still a little under the weather. So my cousin Donna is one of the, she's gonna probably cry when I say this.
No.
Because I don't see her often. There's a few people in my life that you say, hey, when are you closest to God? Have you ever said to yourself like that? When are you closest to God, right? When do you feel God's presence? I feel it with people. Like when I go to church, that's nice. But there's certain people that have something inside them that give you this feeling. And my cousin Donna is one of them. She's the sweetest person. She is so nice. Hard work. When did you become a teacher? At what age, if you don't mind me?
I was 38 when I became a teacher.
38.
Wow.
Yeah, because I raised my kids and I had an undergrad degree in art history and I raised them. And I feel like God intervened and I went back to grad school and found my passion for teaching. And I taught for over 27, 28 years.
Well,
Nice.
and those kids were lucky to have you. I'm sure you touched a lot of lives.
Thank
and
you.
Now she retired.
Yes.
And she was always an artist in painting, but now she's like going like crazy. Like if you're friends with her on Facebook, she's painting like a painting a day. Like things are coming out like beautiful stuff. She's agreed to give us a painting to auction or raffle off.
Nice.
So do we have the picture of that painting, Bob?
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, there it is. So that is some grapes.
Very nice.
With a nice bottle of vino there with 2 cups.
It makes you in the mood to have a glass of wine.
It
Yeah,
does.
that's right,
It does. It reminds me of the Lucille Ball stomping on grapes.
Oh, yes.
Scene. I love that scene.
That'll be my next painting. I'll do Lucy.
And you just did a Yankee painting. Who's that picture?
Why'd you do a Yankee painting?
Well, because I promised I promised him my next painting, a baseball painting, will be of the Mets. I told him that. So
Okay, all right.
Well, it seems like you know what Mets are special because you said either Tom Seaver.
Do Tom Seaver. That's my idol.
Who was the other one?
Tug McGraw.
Tug McGraw was one of my favorites.
Well, Mike Piazza would be a good one.
You got to.
Well, I was around for the '69 Mets, and I knew the whole roster, and I was a Met fan for a long time. And then, as I tell my friends and family, then I got wise. I grew up.
I wouldn't call that wise.
Well, all your kids are Met fans, right? I mean, Yankee
No, none of my kids are Met fans.
No, I meant Yankee fans. Yankee fans.
They're all Yankee fans. Yes, even my grandson. Yeah.
Butch?
So we saw that beautiful painting. Would
Yes.
you perhaps like to mention anything, John, about that painting?
Yes, Bobby has put the first bid in.
Okay.
Is that what you mean, Butch?
Well, that it's available.
That's available, Bobby. What? Bobby bid. Was it $1,000, Bobby? $100. Oh, Bobby.
You know, Butch is like Ed McMahon. He's in the background.
There it is.
This is like the low budget Tonight Show, and you're Ed McMahon.
So Bobby has bid $100.
You are correct, sir.
Bobby has bid $100 on this painting, hoping that somebody will bid higher.
It is available. We are taking bids. All you have to do is go to our website, click on the contact page, put your name and the bid, and that will go directly to the Laughter Saves Lives Foundation.
I have a request. Why don't you do a nice picture of Butch with
Yeah.
lives written on?
And what will we start the bidding at a penny?
So Donna,
We can get more. We can get more, I'm sure.
what now? Did you ever take art classes when you were
No.
a kid? or-
No, I always liked to draw from the time I was 5, and I'm self-taught. I just observe. I just like to study color and lines, and I'm just self-taught. I just do it, and the more I do it, I could just see you get a little more aware of certain things to do for effects. But I've just been, like I said, like you said, I used to paint on and off throughout the years, but not like I've done since I retired. I have now, I think I retired in March. And from that point on, I think I have done at least 20 paintings or close to 25.
Yeah.
I paint every day. So.
Do you find that now that you're retired? I find that if I know I have a week off, other than babysitting a day, or whatever, when you have that morning where you wake up and you have a day to yourself, to paint, that must be a pretty cool feeling because you haven't had that.
No, I never had that. When I was teaching was everything. As you know, most teachers, they think that teachers have so much time off, but if you're good at what you do, you don't really have that kind of time off. The workday didn't end at 3:30. Most of us.
I don't mean to interrupt you. But
Mhm.
Turn your volume off on your phone. We're getting feedback from you on your
Do you think?
or your computer, whatever you're on. You got to turn that off a little bit.
Okay, caller, could you turn that down?
Are you on two things?
Yeah, because caller and my mom are here and they're watching it on my phone.
Oh, your mom's there. Can I see her?
Sure, absolutely. I'll turn it on.
Aunt Teresa, where is she? That's my father's sister. Oh, she's way back there. Hey, Carla.
Hi, Johnny.
Hey, Aunt Terry.
Hey, how you
The best monogot anybody's ever had. Aunt Teresa.
Nice.
All right, so we're gonna keep this painting up for bid. I'm gonna push it this week, and hopefully we can make a few bucks.
Okay.
And, right now, I'm big on buying boots and sneakers for the homeless veterans with general needs. So it would be nice. It would be nice to buy a few sets of boots for the homeless vets.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. Anything that would, go to a good cause like that.
Awesome.
I'm all for that.
I love doing this with you.
Thank you. I have, like I said, I have quite a bit of things that I'm doing, and I'm getting a lot, since I've been on Facebook with this, I can't tell you how many people are requesting other work. And like I told you, I really wasn't going into it to do that.
Yeah.
Do it just because I love it.
Yeah.
But people are starting to show an interest, so I have to think about it.
And listen, and if you could make a few bucks for charity, but also make a few bucks for yourself, why not? You put some paintings, start a website. It pays the electric bill. That's not a bad thing either.
No, it's not. But that was, I guess, yeah, it's not a bad idea. Just not what I.
Auction them off to Bobby. You got at least you get make $100 a week.
Do you have a website? Do you have a website?
No, but I did speak to this art marketing person, and she said that would be what I should do.
Okay.
Is start a website. So
well, let us know when you do, so we can push it.
Okay, that would be great.
All right, so we're gonna say good night to my cousin and my Aunt Terry and call her in the background.
Thank you. Say good night, Terry.
Good night, Aunt Terry. Good night, Carla.
All right.
We'll go on to commercial. We'll be back. Thanks, Donna.
Thank you. All right. Good night. Thanks to.
My name is Dr. Timothy Coakley. I'm a board-certified emergency medicine physician who proudly served in the United States Navy for 30 years. After I retired, I became a systems medical director for several emergency departments. Recently, I've been evaluating a life-saving technology called LifeVac. It is a non-powered, non-invasive suction device that can aid in a choking tragedy. I found it 100% effective, easy to use, and no adverse side effects. Choking is the leading cause of accidental death worldwide. 5,000 people choke to death every year. A child will choke to death once every 5 days. This life-saving technology needs to be in every home, school, restaurant, ambulance, and emergency department. Protect your family from a choking tragedy. Learn more at www.lifevac.net.
And we're back.
1 minute. I'm back because this is important. Kevin King, our friend down the shore, who's on the rescue squad that we're going to be doing a show for, wants to put a bid in for the painting. So I just want to let everybody know you can go to laughtersaveslives.org, click on the send message button, and well, there it is right there on the send message button. Put your name and your bid amount and say wine painting.
There you go.
All right, Bobby, you're off the hook, buddy. All right.
Now he'll come back with another bid, and we're back. We're gonna have to cut one of the guests because Butch has come on 5 times now. Let's bring in who's next? Johnny Clark.
Looks like Bob Uecker.
John Clark.
Oh no, that's the other guy.
John, remember that 10-minute story? You got 3 minutes now because Butch has been popping in and out. How are you, my friend?
Thank you, John, and hi, Pat.
Hey, John, how you doing?
It's so good
It's
to
Stroke
see you.
Awareness Month, and I have talked to you about stroke awareness before, but it's going to be 20 years next year since I had mine, and I keep remembering some of the lighter aspects because stroke is such a serious thing. As a social worker, a patient once told me, a stroke is a couple of minutes of illness followed by many, 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 many minutes of therapy, and that's pretty true. So it's an ongoing kind of thing. We want to keep everybody aware. My story was that I was born with a heart murmur. It was a very loud heart murmur. In fact, my doctor told me you can judge other doctors if they don't catch that murmur as you get older. They're not very good doctors. And I guess I have my survivor hat here. The American Heart Association does great work every year, so want to put a plug in for them. But basically, in 2002, I was driving to work. My right eye decided to look over there, and my left eye decided to work over there. So I was cross-eyed. In the emergency room, the nurse asked me, "So you have blurry vision?" And I said, "No, I'm cross-eyed." She said, "No, you have blurry vision." I said, "I went to Cortland and I had a beer party. That was blurry vision, but this is definitely something wrong."
Right.
And it was. My neural sensors or whatever were crisscrossed because I had a clot up in my brain. And the blood pressure cuff went off at 235. And I said off because I felt like it was going to burst. Fortunately, I was at St. Francis Hospital, the greatest place to take a stroke or to be treated by professionals. And for about 72 hours, I rode on a gurney in the emergency room right up to the nurses' station because they were so packed with people. Now, I don't know if you know this, but gurneys are actually surfboards with duct tape on them. Mine was only 4'11", and I'm 6'3". So I was apologizing to people walking by, bumping into my feet. But the best part is I had an insurance called MDNY, which everybody called MDNO because they didn't really cover much. Fortunately, my doctor, his name was on the card. He was chief of cardiology down in Franklin. So I had a pretty good doctor. And all the other gents who were nice to me in the emergency room, because they had all kinds of crisscross. Oh, I had a quadruple bypass. They saw him and they went, I was in good hands.
Oh, good.
So it turns out that heart murmur was a hole in my heart. They also found that I had a tumor in my skull because it's not in the brain, it's in the skull.
Wow.
So my quick solution was, hey, wait, you got a lump in my head? Just stick it in the hole in my heart. And they said, wait, you're not a doctor, right? Oh, okay. And they found the stroke, the source of the stroke with a transesophageal echocardiogram, or TEE, the best test I ever had. They sprayed my mouth with anesthetic so I wouldn't feel the Hoover vacuum hose going down.
Yeah.
And it has like a GoPro camera attached to it. And the nurse asked me, did I like Enya, the singer from Ireland? And I had no problem with that. Suddenly the room was filled with this beautiful music. And they gave me Valium. So now I'm filled the whole room. I'm just floating. And they're taking this picture. And the poor guy next to me, I could hear him as they pulled the tube out of his throat. He was retching and retching. And finally, when I came to, I was the only one in the room. That's how professional they were.
That was you.
They did take pictures of the clots going up through my heart to the brain, which is not supposed to happen. And I then was introduced to Dr. Sean Levchuk, a very famous pediatric cardiologist, because most times you catch this when you're a baby, a pediatric case. So I went to the pediatric cardiologist's office. And as you know, children are smaller. So I'm sitting there with my knees under my chin in a little green chair. And the kids who I expected to be on gurneys and stretchers and blue lips, they're running around throwing toys. And finally, the people look at me and they say, oh, are you here with your son? I said, no. Are you here with your daughter? I said, no. They go, come, children, get away from the man on the green chair. So it turns out 45 days of waiting for a 15-minute procedure, they put a cardio seal in my heart, and immediately, unbeknownst to me, my migraines went away. So my whole point of being here tonight is it's not all funny, but there are some funny things. If you have a heart murmur and if you have migraines, don't run, but casually call your doctor and say, I'd like to have myself checked out, because in the intervening 20 years, nearly 20 years, I've been able to talk to about 6 or 7 people who went and got the procedure before they had a stroke.
Wow,
So just like in golf, you've got to reduce your strokes.
Yeah.
So,
And you also
And you work in a hospital too.
Yes,
I am a discharge planner in a major New York City, Brooklyn Methodist hospital.
And thanks for the work you did during COVID. I know you were locked away in a hotel. You couldn't go home for a while.
Yeah, you had me live from COVID quarantine.
Yeah,
That was fun.
we were on there. Well, that's when I met you that day.
And
Now,
I'm still telling your joke.
Let me ask you a question. Now, since you had your stroke, Did you lose anything, or did you got all your everything?
Everything's still working right?
You didn't like lose like.
Are you talking about like erectile dysfunction?
No, no.
Oh,
like
didn't know
numbness
it-
in your arm or
wish it was
paralysis. You didn't have no paralysis or anything.
No, I was very lucky. It was just a
It was
temporary
on your
block.
right side or your left side?
I'm lefty, so I guess my left
you
side.
stroke, I'm saying.
No, it was in the center of the brain.
Oh,
actually.
okay, okay.
And it stopped everything from working for a while. But
So thank God. I mean,
okay.
now since he had that surgery, you didn't have to go on no medicine, blood thinners, or anything after that.
No, but my contribution to science was they asked me if I had AFib, and I didn't know what that was. And my heart was pounding. I said, it feels like the laundry when it's bunched up and hanging around. That's what it feels like. So the doctor asked me if he could use that. And the other thing was the flap that was open in my heart is supposed to stay closed like the refrigerator door, that diaphragm. And all I could think of, what that diaphragm looks like on your refrigerator, all that gunk, that's in my chest. He said no.
But you did good. You did good. You saved a few lives.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I hope
saying.
so.
At least you're keeping people aware of it.
Anybody watching?
All right, John. First of all, thank you for always watching the show, man. I know you're a regular viewer.
Yeah, this is a
you
great
must be
way.
really bored to do that, and I give you a lot of credit for that.
Anytime.
All right, we're gonna go. We're running a little behind, but thank you so much, my friend.
John,
You're
great
welcome.
seeing you.
Thank you.
Thank you for all you do.
Let's bring Lonnie right in. John, hang out and watch the comic. All right?
Okay, you definitely.
Yeah.
His name's not Lonnie, isn't it?
Lonnie. I'm bringing Lonnie in. And Butch, I don't know if you get in touch with my cousin. Ask if she wants to come back in and watch Jeff.
Am I the comic? Holy moly.
Oh, Lonnie's the one that looks like
Lonnie.
Bob Uecker. Yeah, he looked like
There he
Bob
is.
Uecker in the background.
I just wanted to bring Lonnie on quick tonight because we got an event on Saturday, right?
Got an event on Saturday, and probably the biggest thing we've ever done coming up this fall. So
Are you gonna have me carrying stuff again, or am I gonna be there for my personality?
your personality is much better than the ability to carry things. So we'll do that.
What do we got going on?
This Saturday, there's the Suffolk County Veterans Event. This is an event put together by the Suffolk County Executive's Office and the Suffolk County Veterans Administration. There'll be about a half a dozen organizations giving out things that vets need. We'll be there doing underwear, socks, sneakers, and got some military hats again like we did in the fall.
You're not giving him John's underwear, are you?
Yeah, excuse me?
You're not giving him John's underwear, are you?
No, we got a thing with you specifically from John's underwear. We can't do that. Only when we go to Brooklyn we can do that.
We're gonna bring some shirts. We're gonna bring some Laughter Saves Lives shirts.
So we're gonna have a great little event there. We hope a bunch of. I think last year we had about 100 plus show up. This year we expect a little bit more.
Beautiful.
We're gonna be doing that event again in Nassau County in June 18th. But just on a serious note, and I'll jump off of this. 22 vets a day take their own lives in this country. So from November 1 to December 31st of this year, 1,342 veterans will commit suicide.
Wow.
So we need to bring some awareness to that. So we're going to drive a truck from Maine, the tip of 95, down to Miami, the bottom of 95. And we're going to hand out 1,342 pair of boots. If we're on top of that, if you add up the numbers, every single vet that will take their life in this year, sadly enough, it's 8,030. So we'll do about 8,030 pair of socks on that route as well. Just to kind of bring awareness to the country of the seriousness of that action that maybe we can slow down. I don't know if we can stop it to zero, but wouldn't it be like a miracle if we knocked it down to 21 or 20 per day if we were bringing more services and benefits to people out there? So we're doing a lot. We keep doing it a lot. We've been busy as hell. Great news. They opened up a terrific shelter back at the Northport VA where services and benefits are there. It was closed for 3 years.
And we're going to come out and do a few shows, correct?
Ultimately, right now, we can't even bring more than 2 volunteers, and we have to go Friday night this week, and it's going to be me and Susan. I don't know how we can't come with more than 2 people. Hopefully they're lifting restrictions in the next couple months, and really love to do a barbecue and a show out there for the vets.
Yeah, we can do it outside.
Yeah, we can't even do outside. It's vet rules at this point, but we'll take care of that.
Oh.
We'll get rolling.
All right.
So,
You know what?
Smoker, you know what? That doctor that your previous guest was talking about is part of another organization I know called Gift of Life. And they've done 37 surgeries throughout the world, saving kids' lives as a nonprofit all over the world. And he's that doctor that was mentioned, Lovechuck, is really key working with that organization. So a great person saving lives every day. 37,000 surgeries on kids. Would probably one of the greatest organizations I've ever seen giving back to the community.
Wow.
All right.
Great stuff.
So I will see you Saturday morning. Am I bringing anything? Bagels, donuts?
Bring a smile. We'll see you around 10:30, 11 o'clock. Actually, 10:15 if you can get there. Does that work?
All right.
Lonnie, can you mention your website, please?
Yeah, please. Generalneeds.org. Information about that will be there. And also General Needs LTD on Facebook. Also, we just got a tremendous donation in the past week or so. We got a New York Islanders complete signed jersey for this season, and they threw in a hockey stick from last season's players. It's being mounted now, and we're going to be talking about doing some serious auction on that one because I think a lot of people are going to want that. Right from the Islanders, I picked it up in their offices on Tulip Avenue in Floral Park last week. So let's see what will go. Hopefully, we have some Islander fans out there.
Can you, Lonnie, hang out and watch our comic for us?
Yes, I can. Can it be as
beautiful?
funny?
He'd appreciate that. Let's go to commercial. We'll be back with Jeffrey Paul.
You got it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Lonnie. We'll see you Saturday.
You got it.
Look, put your phone away. We're having dinner.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
What can I get you?
You guys want appetizers?
For some reason, I just got a craving for smoked meat.
Well, you order something already. The menu hasn't changed. You looked at it 3 times.
I don't know what I want yet.
I wanted chicken, but I think it's blackened, so I'll have a burger.
How'd you like that cooked?
Medium.
Do you have any specials?
Specials? Boss, what are specials?
What's the matter? You don't know the specials?
Look at this smoke.
What smoke?
We gotta get these dumps clean.
Nah, they're fine.
You know what? We're just gonna take our order to go, okay?
In business since 2003, MCN Duct Cleaning is the result of many years of research and continuing education, realizing the need to provide a safer and cleaner environment for families on Long Island. MCN services both residential and commercial properties by cleaning dryer vents, fireplaces, HVAC systems, and so much more. This not only improves air quality, but it could also reduce your energy bills by making things run more efficiently. So, if you want to make your house or business safer and cut down on your bills in the process, give our friend Matt over at MCN a call now.
Is that steak well done?
Maybe call a little bit sooner than these guys did.
Oh, our favorite commercial. Pat Marone ate a sandwich. It's choking in a commercial. We filmed it. It was unbelievable. We're going to end with some yucks. Let's bring in comic Jeffrey Paul. Hello, Jeff.
John Larocchia, my Pat Marone. How are you?
Hey, how you doing,
Jeff?
That was the most Long Island thing I've ever seen. Holy shit.
Don't you love when I know you kept asking me, hey, John, you know, what kind of comedy show is it? Did you ever follow somebody who had a stroke? Another guy's talking about soldier suicide. Jeffrey Paul.
Yeah, what a lead-in. Holy shit. You know, you have a guy talking about veteran suicide. You couldn't find someone talking about sudden infant death syndrome. You couldn't find something like that. Man.
Next time.
You're making this hard. How are you guys?
Good to see you, my friend.
It's good to be seen. So what am I supposed to do? Do some stand-up here?
No, whatever you want. Yeah, do some
We'll talk. We'll do some stand-up. That's okay.
Do some sit down. Yeah.
Tell us what you're up to nowadays. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. I fucking love Pat Marone. I do. Yeah, Pat Marone, hey, do whatever you want. What the fuck? Yeah.
It's not his show. Like he comes in here, he goes, "Do what you want." I don't do
what you want. Yeah.
I know as a comic, doing your stand-up stuff and sitting at the table with nobody really watching.
This guy's a pro. This guy's a
but it's not
pro.
fun.
Oh no! Wait till Zoom is great. It's like being in a relationship with a real doll. You know, like right? Isn't it what the Zoom comedy really is like? Like you know, you're getting it, but it's not. You're not getting the quite connection that you normally get in front of a live audience.
No.
but it's good to see you guys, man. That's I've been good. I've been working. Let's talk a little bit. A couple of movies I have coming out this summer, and of course, still getting residuals from The Irishman. So
I see you in The Irishman.
Yeah.
How many scenes were you in? Just that one scene?
No. I filmed 5. 3 of them made the movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's 3 of them made out of 5.
But this is the thing. Well, listen, I thought I was going to get cut. I think everybody was afraid they were going to get cut. They filmed this thing. It had to be about 36 hours long. Okay, and they it's like this is what happens with The Irishman, right? It's like I'm doing sets now. I'm still going out after shows. People will come up to me and they'll say, "Hey, I like The Irishman. I liked it, but it was too long." Right? Like John, like I have something to do with that, right? Like like Scorsese came up to me and said, "Hey Jeff, I'm thinking about bringing this movie in about 2 hours. What do you think?" And I'm like, "No, 3 hours, 45 minutes. That's where we start."
All 5 of my scenes.
Yeah, it's like terrible. Instead of saying, "it was great, Jeff," I see you, and they got to say, "Oh, it's too long."
Oh, yeah, everyone has to say that.
Did you get to meet Scorsese in the movie?
Yeah, you want to hear a story about that?
Yeah.
This is how I meet him, right? I had filmed this outside scene where me, Pacino, and this other guy get out of a car, and I'm supposed to introduce Pacino to the Teamsters, right? So I had to go to a rehearsal. I filmed that outdoors. No Scorsese. The first AD is there. Then the scene where I'm getting yelled at, I had to come back a week later, and the first AD, this is gonna sound so fucking pretentious. I can't believe this sentence is coming out of my mouth. He comes to my trailer, okay?
You had a trailer?
I had a trailer.
That's so cool.
Your own trailer.
That's so cool.
It's like a little trailer. You get like a trailer. It's like one of those. There's like multiple dressing rooms in the trailer. So you have like a desk in there. You have like a place to put your wardrobe. There's a lot of downtime. So I would write comedy and I'd do my social media shit.
You had a real character name, so you got the trailer.
I get a real character name, and it's a union gig. So I mean, it was that's the reason why you get it. Your agency kind of negotiates that. That's part of like the SAG agreement.
I remember Bronx Tale with background extra, featured extra. They throw you in the street.
I was in that commercial. I had no trailer. That's all I got.
Let me tell you that was a hell of a job there, John. Too. That's steak ready. Where do I look? Okay.
Not bad, right?
Yeah. So the first AD knocks on the door. He's like, "Hey, Martin wants to meet with you."
Oh.
And so I go, "Martin who?" I don't know this Martin. I don't know what this Martin does. Right? He's like, "Okay." So I go onto the set, and Pacino's sitting behind the desk, and it's me and this other guy who was in Ray Donovan. Was sitting in these chairs, and Scorsese comes out, and the first thing he says is, "Where's Jeff?" And and like at this point, John, it's like I am dying inside. Like Scorsese is my favorite director. Yeah. And for some reason he knows my name, and so on the outside I got to play this cool. So I'm like, right here, and he goes, "Jeff, you fucked up, okay?" And because you fucked up, now he's going to jail, referring to Pacino, and that's how he's getting you ready for the scene.
Oh,
okay,
that's so cool.
Yeah, and so now he's giving you a little bit of background about it, but that's the first thing he says.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah. So. Hey, you know something, John? For that movie, I put on 20 pounds.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Nobody asked me to do it. I mean, I just did. That's the kind of background I give to my characters.
What does Scorsese's mother cook for you?
No. Again, like this was like a huge budget. This movie came in at about $176 million. Okay.
Wow.
So there was catering every day. I mean, it was that's how I put on 20 pounds, really. Yeah. Just eating catering. I'm there, I'm there all day. So I'm having breakfast, lunch, and dinner there. So but it was kind of cool is like at night I would still go out and do stand-up. And you saw the way they made me look. They made me look like I was like 80 years old. I looked fucking ancient. And my hair was, they cut your hair every day and they put makeup on you. I looked disgusting. Listen, I'm a 0.3 now. In that movie, I was like kind of like, I don't know, would you say a -2? On looks. I was just, right, but like every night, like I would go into the makeup trailer, and they were really all nice people. I was like, look, man, I got a show tonight. I can't look like this, And they would touch me up, and they brought me up. I wound up, I think, doing stand up at a 0.7. So I mean, it was fine.
Nice.
Yeah. So now you're out there doing live shows again?
Doing live shows, yeah. Actually, was been hit the road last month for the first time since lockdown, and can't complain.
Where'd you go?
I was down in Boca.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
A lot of was it older audiences? Were you in the retirement communities?
Everything's older there. Everybody's older. It's all old Jews.
Is that where you are, Butch?
I am an old Jew.
No, are you in Boca right now in Florida?
No. But my family has a place
the
there.
witness protection program.
Yeah.
No, the first night I did a room down there, and then the next 3 nights I got booked in these 55 and older communities, and the show is 2 comedians who do a half hour each and a 45-minute music act.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But what the thing is, like, you wax poetic about, I miss doing comedy on the road, how great comedy on the road is. Okay. And then you get to fucking doing comedy on the road. All right. And it's not like as great as you remember it. Like, they booked me at the Holiday Inn, Boca North. Right. And I walk into the hotel, and there's a prostitute doing lines of coke off of like off of the counter where you check in, and there's a state trooper about to fucking taser her, right? So now like I check in, they give me my keys to my room, I go upstairs to the room, I put my bags down, I go into the bathroom, there's a shit nugget floating in the toilet.
Oh god.
Right? So I called the front desk. I'm like, look, I would have preferred a mint on the pillow, but a shit nugget, maybe you're trying to make me feel like I'm at home, you know what you can do? If you can maybe like fly my cats and let them throw up on the floor like kids coming back from a keg party, right? If you could do that, I'll sleep like a baby, So that was a comedy on the road, and but the thing is you miss the interaction with people, yes. Okay? And this happened to me, John, and don't get mad at me for saying this, okay?
All right, good.
Yeah, woman comes up to me after one of the shows, like one of these, like the shows in the retirement community, and she comes up to me. She's like, Jeff, I think you're really funny. You remind me of another comic that I like. So like, I'm curious. I'm like, thank you. I go, who's the other comic? She goes, I don't remember his name, but he has Down syndrome. Now I'm thinking to myself,
it was probably Larocchia, right?
Yeah, well, that's a fucked up thing to say to somebody. And I'm thinking, what kind of vibe am I giving off here? Right? So then it continues with her. She goes, in your introduction, they said you were from New York. She goes, where are you from? So I told her, I go, I live in Staten Island. And she goes like this. She goes, ooh, sorry. like I just told her I was a pedophile, right?
A pedophile on you with Down syndrome.
Okay. So now she has to double down on it. She goes, did I hear you right though? Did I hear you say you're from Staten Island? I was like, yes, I live in Staten Island. She goes, my nephew Christopher, he lives in Long Island. And I was like, now I'm just confused. Are we just naming islands in New York? Because I have a buddy, Pete, and he lives in Rikers Island. So I don't know what you want to do here. But here was the best part about the whole exchange with this woman, okay? She goes like this to me. She goes, hey, what's it like to be in show business? Okay? I'm a comedian, man. I am not in show business. I just had a lead-in of suicide veterans. I'm not in show business. I'm in show business the way the New York Jets are in the NFL. Okay?
Yeah.
We gotta go, Jeff.
Oh, we're done. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we gotta go.
This was fun, man. It's so good seeing you guys.
Yeah, great seeing
Thanks
you,
for
man.
taking the time, brother.
Great stuff.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Always.
All right, be
Jeff,
well.
stay well.
All right.
Bye, guys.
We'll see Lonnie on Saturday, handing out some boots and shirts and socks. John Clark, thanks for coming in. My cousin Donna, thank you for the painting. And we'll be back next week. Laughter saves lives. We're going for some pizza. We're going for some pizza.
We're going for Abits.
Shaboots.
Old leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Who's chasing the beer that circle the lips? Play ball, play ball. Load up the bases and smack it right over the wall. Play ball, play ball.